So, Sean, you've gone from selling jocks out of the back of your car to an international brand and multi-million-dollar business. How did it all get started?
I couldn't get a job, basically.
Right.
Yeah, and was on the beach and wearing my swimwear that all Aussies wear. And one day went to the shops, wasn't there for sale. So, given that no one would employ me, I decided to employ myself. And I thought, how hard could it be to make this swimwear? So I went about and found the fabric and created a pattern and sold it to all my mates. And then thought, how hard could it be to sell it to retail? And lo and behold, today we're a multi-million-dollar company that is an iconic brand.
And how important's that been to have, such a good story behind your brand going through your growth?
In the early days, I didn't actually see the story. So when people asked me the story, I realised that it was the quintessential essence of Australia and actually how a lot of companies start from very humble beginnings. And it wasn't for a few years down the track until we became, a global brand that I realised just how important the story was.
You're in your early 30s when you started it. Did you have any business experience going into it?
Not in running a business myself. However, in saying that, I had worked for many different companies in many different roles. So I was a butcher, banker, candlestick maker, and the business that I moved into, fashion, and also e-commerce and online sales, I was very naive. But that actually is what drove my greatest success, because I didn't actually follow a plan and I didn't do it the way everyone else had done it. So I was open to new ideas, whereas a lot of people in that type of business were saying, no, 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 you have to do it this way. And I didn't and succeeded.
So how much of it was gut feel then when it came to the big decisions, if people were sort of shooting you down?
Yep. It's strange. In the early days, I just wanted to pay rent and put food on my plate. That was the objective, because I couldn't get a job. And then when I tried to sell it to retail in Australia, so I went door knocking to retailers, they rejected the brand because it was too Australian, and who would wear this garment nowadays? That was actually the true motivation. And the gut instinct was really, the ambition to succeed, and then realising that I can sell it direct to a consumer in another country and be selling Australia on the back of it.
You maintain your manufacturing here, you're plugging away despite the probably cost incentive to move offshore.
Yes.
How important is that to your brand?
I think one of the key selling points about AussieBum, especially to a global market, is it's Australian. And we have a backdrop of Australia. I feel that we are cheating and we're underselling a product if it's made offshore. And we're able to touch our product as it's being made. We can see the quality, we can provide fast service. And when we have a success, we're not having to wait 3 months to get more made. We can make them in 3 hours.
You've had terrific success offshore, as you said. 85% of your sales now come internationally.
Yes.
How do you go about marketing around the world?
So over the last 15 years, we have built up such an ensemble of content, from video to stills to blog site. So when you create content, people then have something to share, something to talk about. So today, we just simply need to keep consistently delivering good content. And our audience and also the reach that we have with our brand online will do the rest for ourselves.
You've got an exceptional online presence coming in around the .com bust, as it were.
Yes.
What do you think makes a good e-commerce site today?
You have to be niche orientated and be prepared to step to the left or step to the right to actually reach an audience, but also having a good back-end operation, so logistics. You need to be able to respond quickly to a customer's requirements, deliver very quickly, very cost-effectively, but then you need to be able to provide the backup in terms of if the customer has a problem, customer's always right. And then with your product as well, you need to have quality.
And what's the future for yourself and the business?
It will be living in the moment, really enjoying every moment and every step and phase of the business. Because when you start a business, 10 years goes like that, and you're driven a lot by fear in terms of failure. But then you get to a point where you go, well, I've got to enjoy these moments because there are so many of them. That's what's going to drive me for the future.
Terrific business, terrific story. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. Hi, Mum.